Hachette Audio presents An Olive Grove in Ends, written by Moses Mckenzie, read by Louis Mckenzie.
Chapter 1. Look at the birds of the air, for they neither sow nor reap nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not of more value than they? Matthew 6, verse 26. This is a story, much like any other, of ends and beginnings. Like any story, it is hard to know where to begin, but I think it makes sense to start at home, or a home. Actually, it might be more accurate to call it a house, one that stood alone atop Mount Zion, overlooking Lee Woods, the Avon Valley, and the muddy river that wound beneath. "This is the yard," I told Cuba, as we waited at its bourne. "The one man's ma showed man when man was a young buck." The Bathstone house in the area, known as Clifton, was all original features, sash windows and working shutters. It had a vestibule, and behind it a long plot of land that tripped and fell into the woods like the hanging gardens of Babylon. It could have been plucked from a fairy tale about two adventurers who had stumbled across the city of God. The front of the house was gated, guarded by statuette men from all nations clothed in white robes and carrying palm fronds, and in the middle of the driveway sat a fountain of living water. "It's raw massive," Cuba said, and I understood his astonishment. It was a world away from the one we knew. Even if we owned the yard next to Nanny's and knocked it through, it wouldn't have reached half the size. We left our push bikes by the fountain and helped each other over the fence and into the back garden. "Do you know who lives here?" Cuba asked. I shook my head. "They must be up, though, innit?" "Must be." My mama used to bring me to this house when I wasn't much older than a toddler. We wouldn't come inside. She wasn't as brazen as Cuba and me. We would only drive to the gate, and she would point up at the windows and tell me how she would imagine herself looking out of them when she was but a child herself. She would cycle into Clifton and across the suspension bridge just to look at the yard. There were other houses on the road, for it was narrow with many mansions, but it was this one that caught her eye.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?